All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fannon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where Terence Crawford had something to say about people, specifically me, that have issues with him having not fought Errol Spence Jr. and criticisms over his career. Once again, Terence Crawford lashes out into the fan stands and has something to say that isn't so nice, this time pointed at me. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fannon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where Terence Crawford is thrown what I consider to be a little bit of a hissy fit about things that have been said regarding his career that apparently he does not like. Specifically, directed some I thought, pretty funny comments at me about what my mother should have done instead of giving birth to me, and how he would tell me to my face if he saw me. Now, before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter like John Bowie, John Bowie said, I told you so. John Bowie, Timothy Stoudemire, Rick Timms, all you guys that support the channel. Thank you guys so much for your support in the super chats and in the cash apps. It is how the channel is able to go. And thank you specifically to people that support in the super thanks of videos like this. But let's get into this because, man, I swear, dude, I was sitting up last night watching some Casual Geographic video channels. You guys know I love animal channels, right? I'll do my work, I'll talk boxing, and I do that. And then evening when I like to relax, I like to watch animals, right? And so that's what I was doing when something comes across my Twitter feed and it's talking about me and someone else. If you see the tweet, it's just not me. It's one other guy that has a YouTube channel. You guys know who he is. I don't mention people's names in my video. No disrespect to him. But it comes across, my name is at the front and it's from Terence Crawford. And so I say, oh my God, oh Lord, what is this now? So Terence Crawford says something to the effect that I am a HO, and that my mother should have, not given birth to me. She should have chosen an alternative means by which to deal with the seed, and that how he would tell me that to my face if I saw him. So, of course, I get inundated with a bunch of texts, a bunch of tweets and things like that, comments on videos. So, hey, man, what can you do when there's a 500-pound crybaby in the room? You have to address it, okay? And I'm sorry if I sound a little funky calling him a crybaby, but I don't know what else I can say about that because it's ridiculous. However, I have never said anything disrespectful about Terence Crawford. Saying something about you not fighting Errol Spence Jr. and all of the stuff that was going on and being said about the fight, and none of that stuff is anything personal with Terence Crawford. I've never said anything about him personally other than I know that man works hard for his family. He is an excellent fighter. Definitely believe he's one of the top fighters in the world. Have had him at my #1 pound for pound fighter for a long time until he didn't fight Errol Spence Jr. It's nothing but my opinion about the sport of boxing. That's it. Nothing other than that. However, it is what it is. Comes with the territory. And if you don't like what I got to say, I don't know what you want me to do. That seems to me to be a lot of grandstanding. However, like I said, as far as the point goes, I am not alone, man. People are not listening to me and talking to me about things that they're not already thinking. I am not somebody that is putting thoughts in people's minds. This is what a lot of boxing fans think. Believe it or not, people do not watch boxing so that they can hear back and forth childish back and forths with very, very old and corny your mama jokes on Twitter. They watch boxing so that they can see an excellent athlete perform at the highest level against another excellent athlete that is performing at the highest level. And that is the fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. Generally speaking, people can make up their minds themselves. And if you have a channel or a community, because I am not a journalist, I'm a boxing fan, and this is a community of fight fans where we talk with each other. There's a lot of people that come to the channel that disagree about who would win with Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. And I would say, I don't know, man, it's probably somewhere around 55-45 Errol to Terence, but it's not very far off at all. And I think that most of the people, the numbers with the 55-45, if that number is accurate, it's not a scientific. Obviously, I didn't go and ask everybody and do a poll with everybody on the channel. However, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that Errol Spence Jr. has a bigger fan base than Terence Crawford does. So people are fans of a fighter. They're going to gravitate and think the guy that they like is going to win the fight. That's very, very natural. But as far as this issue goes with, who's responsible for this fight not happening, whether or not Terence Crawford really, damaged himself, at least, or not, I'm not going to say damaged himself because you didn't damage yourself, but you, in the eyes of boxing fans, man, you look like you kind of cut out. That's just what people think, man. And it's not somebody doing something personal against you or personal against people from Omaha. It's just what people see because you're the one that said no to the fight. You clearly said out of your mouth that you never see that fight happening. And then you didn't take the fight. Errol Spence Jr. didn't take another fight. You took another fight. And that's just what it is, man. Shooting the messenger doesn't, or cracking corny jokes at the messenger ain't never going to change that. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. If I had an opinion that people didn't agree with, they wouldn't agree with it. And that's just people think for themselves, especially boxing fans. But if we trick ourselves into believing that the people that we hear are lying to other people and that's why the other people think that way, okay, man, continue to live your life that way, man. As far as what you guys are doing, I'm sure you've been very successful in that. But I would not advise normal people to go ahead and behave like that because it just doesn't do any good. All you do is incite more conversations and have more people looking at you like, man, now he didn't fight. Now he's like attacking YouTube channels. Well, what sense does that make? And I've said this about many people, many fighters, and not just Terence Crawford. Said this about other people. There's another guy, Raymond Ford, that just did this the other day. Was on Twitter talking about boxing fans and how he doesn't need boxing fans and insulting certain boxing fans and saying, hey, and the guy responds to him is like, hold on, man, you realize we're the ones that support your fight. And Raymond Ford responds to him and says, oh, well, I'll tell you don't worry. I'll let you know when you're significant to me. Like, man, I'm never going to be significant to you, man. I'm never going to buy your fight. And quite honestly, man, if I was that guy, quite honestly, I can't wait to see you lose, man. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you were looking for, somebody that wants to see you lose, good job, man. Great PR. But anyway, it goes, man. Boxers, you guys are fighting. Fight fans are talking about the fight. It's just what it is. I am not a media guy. I'm just a boxing fan. So I'm going to share with other boxing fans what I think about what's going on in boxing. And I think it behooves fighters to stay in the boxing ring. I'm not saying don't be in the business room, go to your boardroom, or really it's going to be on a phone. More than likely, you're not going to actually meet in a boardroom. Those things are kind of passé from what I understand. But you're going to do your business. You're going to make your fights. You're going to make your money. You're going to train and interact with the people that you do and have a successful career or not have a successful career. But boxing fans are going to say and think what they want to think, just like on my channel. There's going to be people that come into the boxing community that can't stand me, disagree with everything that I got to say. But at the end of the day, dude, that's their opinion. I have my opinion, and the two are what they are. And you just keep pushing it. And I do believe that that's called growing up and being a little bit, being a mature adult. Now, I understand fighters are just that. They're fighters, and they can be confrontational people. That's all fine and dandy. All I'm saying is, look, man, that's not going to change people's perspective. If you want people to stop saying certain things, if more than likely, if it bugged you like that, there's some grain of truth to it. But if you wanted to switch up, change up yourself. Fight Errol Spence. Do like Jermell Charlo said. Sit down, humble yourself, take a little less money, fight Errol Spence Jr. because he's a stud, and leave me alone because I'm just a boxing channel. But anyway, that's all fun and good, man. I wish nothing but best to everybody out there, no doubt about it. But had to address that because it was brought towards me. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.